It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the New York Knicks in New York. Looking at the last game for New York, it was a win against the Thunder. That game was a real shootout. They'd like to keep their scoring up, but get a few more stops, too. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system, you have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you.
I
understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a win against Philadelphia. And what really made that outcome a surprise was how lopsided it was.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. And the front court matchup, definitely, Clark, one to watch. It could be a battle of wills tonight in this one.
I agree with you there. They both got tremendous skill, but it comes down to the mentality. And I'm interested to see who actually wins the battle of wills, asserts himself the most and most consistently.
Sometimes it is the battle more than just what you got talent-wise. It's what you're thinking upstairs, your focus, and how you approach it.
Yeah, the mentality, and sometimes being physical starts with your mentality.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Rodman is out there with Pierce. Then it's Jones. Then there's Doherty. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And that's going to be a travel. Outside, Pierce. Fires for three, and he's good on the three ball. Pierce has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Now here's Pierce, coming off a solid outing against Philadelphia. Rodman kicks to Jones. Goes back up, and he gets it to go. Jones has got his first points of the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Doherty. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Got that bucket in no time at all. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Paul against Murphy. Passes it to Green. Now the pass to Murphy. Just 5 to shoot. Over Rodman. And the basket by Murphy.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
So for New York, their last game, a win against Oklahoma City. Paul against Murphy. Paul passes to Rodman. Now here's Jones. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at Toronto. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, New York just way behind.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Here's Jones. The Knicks making the shot. Paul for three. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to score.
And it's Abdul-Jabbar. That time on the assist by Green.
Nobody does it better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the paint. Magical. Length, size, touch. Unguardable inside.
Now here's Paul. Boy, that win against the 76ers. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Outside, Pierce. Over English. Green with the rebound.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Richardson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And, you know, for a big man, I think Green is one of the better dime droppers in the league. I mean, he's a true point forward who has excellent vision and sees the floor well.
Now here's Paul. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've been very good in the low post. I'm sure they'll be looking to continue that as the game wears on.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Free throw, good, Paul. As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, you know, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job at managing the bodies of their players.
Here's Pierce after Kareem Abdul-Jabbar score. Over Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Paul Pierce, so efficient at the offensive end. They call him the truth because he's known for making big shots at big times.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Knicks trail by 3. And English kicks to Murphy. He shoots again, and it's Abdul-Jabbar getting it to go. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 points.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
For New York, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And English kicks to Richardson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. He dishes it to Murphy. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
Here's Doherty.
The massive wingspan of Abdul-Jabbar, impressive. Kareem easily swatting away shots.
New York trailing. Here's English. He had 13 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Now Pierce, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. It's stolen by Green. Right wing, here's English, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. English has got his 2nd bucket of the night. Houston's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Ball up top, he's guarded by Murphy. Paul kicks to Doherty. Picked him clean. The feed to Green. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
So both teams changing it up here.
And checking out the stats for Richardson. He's really stood out for them over the past month. He's around 14 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Butler with the steal. It's deflected.
Impressive seeing Cycli turn away shots. Does a really good job using his long arms to stiff arm scores.
Here's Terry. Kicks it out to Paul. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Cycli. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game. The Knicks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Manning. Over Pierce. Manning can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Count that one.
And Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Here's Strickland. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. Now here's Paul. Over Strickland. And Houston again with the bucket.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Houston in the lead. Takes the 13-footer. Misses off the left iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
They grabbed their own miss. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Manning. Tries yet again. Abdul-Jabbar trying to free himself up. And finally, that one's good. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Pierce. 6 points for him. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. Catching up on the changes for New York. Camby comes in for Abdul-Jabbar, and Cheeks is subbed in for Richardson. And a change for the Rockets. Smith checked in for Chris Paul. Dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble.
Now here's Butler following the miss by Paul Pierce. Cheeks the pass to Camby. Cheeks against Pierce. Here's Manning. Ball's through. He's now made 2 of 4.
In one word, Manning's versatile. I mean, he can knock down perimeter shots like that or operate like an expert on that low block.
Now here's Terry. He had 13 points in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And the basket is good. Cycly's got his second bucket.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Cheeks kicks to Butler. Now the pass to Strickland. The kick outside to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Over Pierce. And it's Butler missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Stojakovic dishes to Pierce. Terry outside. The tray. And another 3 for Houston.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Pass to Camby. Here's Strickland. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. Manning. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Hits the jumper in space.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Terry with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Cycly. Stolen by Camby. 3-pointer. Cheeks no good. Rockets leading by 3. Pierce inside the 3-point line. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. To the inside. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Deep 2 from Stojakovic. Money from the wing. Stojakovic has got his first 2 points.
And how about that quick fire release from Stojakovic? Just a tremendous shooter. The D has to get up on him, even as the pass is coming his way.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And Strickland really good at both ends of the court. He's a really good passer, a creative scorer, and a pretty crafty defender, too.
Bailey, he's checked in for Pierce. He hits 1 and misses 1, each at the line. Houston leading by 4. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. 3-on-3. Butler passes to Cheeks. Here's Strickland, covered by Smith. 1 second left. Shot's good by Strickland. Strickland's got 5. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence, in rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
Here's Terry. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Terry is out there with Smith. Then it's Peja Stojakovic. And it's Cycli in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Terry. He kicks it to Stojakovic. Drills it from outside. Stojakovic has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets. Outside Butler. Over Stojakovic, and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Back to Terry. Kicks to Stojakovic. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Strickland. He has 5. Rocket 6. From outside the arc. Cycli pulls it in. Cycli's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Bailey. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
Gordy, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rodman comes in for Peja Stojakovic. Good on the second free throw. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Murphy against Smith. Passes it to Green. And here's Murphy. His last outing, he had 18 points. Some nice passing by New York here. English misses.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Back to Camby. It's rebounded by Houston. Doherty's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Now here's Terry. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Shot clock at 5. Cheeks against Smith. And Houston again with the bucket.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Lakers. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Houston, 9 games back.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Here's Cheeks. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Cheeks.
And Cheeks is a little firecracker, wily, athletic point guard who does a really nice job on both ends of the floor.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for the Knicks. Jones checked in for the Rockets. Cheeks hits them both.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Rockets leading by 8. Now Terry. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's Bailey. Again, the Rockets score.
Yeah, it's called 3D. Dejected, deflated, on defense. That's what's going on right now, guys.
Murphy against Terry. Murphy down low. Here's English. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. English has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
As efficient a scorer as you'll find. English is just as effective in transition as he is in the half court. That's one of the things you have to admire about him. And looking now at some numbers for Green, how his last 10 games have gone. Putting up about 10 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now here's Terry. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Jones. Dishes it to Rodman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Terry. It's rebounded by New York. It's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from English.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Terry. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Statistically speaking, let's see where the Rockets sit right now.
You know, you go back to their 3-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, I like the fire that Jason Terry plays with. I mean, this guy is very energetic. He's a combo guard, and he plays and shoots with a ton of confidence.
And New York making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And both free throws good for Terry. Knicks trail by 8. To the middle. Here's Green. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Dennis Rodman picks one up.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for Houston.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good, Green.
When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
A shot by Paul, nobody around. Drills the three-pointer. Paul's got 10 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Houston. The three ball. Knocks down the three ball. And now it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Chris Paul, fourth.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Knicks trail by 11. And Murphy kicks to English. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Jones finds Paul. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And here is Abdul-Jabbar following the three from Chris Paul. Richardson against Jones. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the miss by Draymond Green. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Knocked loose. And Murphy kicks to Richardson. Drills the three-pointer. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Yeah, trying to get it all back in a hurry. And you're right on that. But these threes they're taking have not helped. They're trying to catch fire, and they've yet to find the match.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Houston leading by 13. Here's Bailey. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Feeds to Doherty.
And Doherty is a reliable big man, surprisingly so. A double-double threat who shoots a high percentage from the floor, plays a cerebral game, and has a nice touch facing the basket.
The Rockets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
That one falls for Doherty. Houston making a switch here. So he gets them both. Here's Strickland. 5 points in the game. Pass to Richardson. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Down by 15. Shot clock at 6. Manning can't get it to go.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Here's Cycli. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
That's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And here are the Rockets now. Kicks it out to Paul for 3. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Strickland passes to Richardson. Over Jones. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. It's a 13-point game. Outside, Jones. And a miss there on the triple.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Pass to Strickland. There's the triple. And no good that time.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
They get it back. Tries again. Abdul-Jabbar with the block. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. Over Pierce. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Outside, Jones. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets it back. Just 3 to shoot. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. Passes to Butler. Here's Manning. Defended by Stojakovic. The pass to Strickland. Over Pierce. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. Then on Sunday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat.
And that matchup against the Hornets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
No one covering. Jones has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Strickland missing.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence.
There's the feed to Paul. Nails the baby hook. Paul's got 21.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Strickland. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Richardson. Cans it from downtown. Richardson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And the defense, you can't forget about Richardson from deep. His three-pointer is extremely dangerous.
Now here's Paul. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. That shot misses. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Houston. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 21 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The 3-ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what, as far as I'm concerned, keep feeding him. Got to ride the hot hand.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Green. Then it's Richardson, and it's English in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Now Green following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. It's Pierce on the wing. Lets it fly. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. Knicks trail by 17. Murphy with the ball. Here's English. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. It's Murphy outside. Brad Daugherty pulls it in. Daugherty's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside Pierce. Here's Rodman. Buries it down low. Rodman's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And Murphy kicks to Richardson. Pass to Murphy. To the middle, just 5 on the clock. And Kareem throws it down.
And Abdul-Jabbar makes alley-oops look easy, effortless. Throw it his way, and he uses that long reach and nice bounce to slam it home.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. but you're right. They're happy with that shot.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, I tell you what, he's putting together quite a game here, knocking down shots and building upon this lead.
Inside. Shot from 6. And again, it's New York.
He is just tearing them to shreds here tonight. And the thing about English, even when he's having a game like this, he's never going to get on that emotional roller coaster. He doesn't get in your face. It's just another night at the office.
That defense was totally lost. Don't know how you let a shooter get off such a clean look from beyond the arc. Come on, you got to pay attention.
New York calls timeout. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Smith checked in for Houston.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Pierce. He's around 18 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Now, here is Murphy. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
To the paint. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Cheeks checked in for Richardson. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's English. He's got 16. Kicks it to Green. The tray. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Houston leading by 15. And here is Paul. He's got 21. Houston making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Four on the shot clock. 18 feet out. And that one good.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Now, here is Murphy. Green. Rodman with the block.
Nasty defense from Rodman, part of his signature. I mean, he's really good at that end of the floor, and he can turn shots away, too.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Knicks trailed by 19. Cheeks kicks to Murphy. Over Terry. And the Knicks good for 2.
Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside Pierce. Over English. And misses it off the right side of the rim. New York's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Cheeks no good. Rockets leading by 17. Feeds to Terry. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Man, when he's got the height advantage down low, it's over. Forget about it. It's a wrap. you got to send more help if you're the defense.
Marcus Camby, he's checked in for the Knicks. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down.
shot.
Big points from outside.
And a switch here also for Houston. Bailey, he's checked in for Dennis Rodman. Mark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Pass to Cheeks. Out left to the wing. Here's Camby, and slam dunk by Camby.
There's just so much Murphy can do with the ball in his hands. He can score himself when he has to, but finding an open teammate like that is always his first priority.
Here's Cheeks. But they get it back. Green kicks to Murphy. Down low, here's Camby, and he uses the glass on the layup. Camby's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Smith's shot is good. Knicks trail by 18. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Paul Pierce.
I don't think the defense has an answer for him, Kevin. I mean, he's simply going off right now, knocking down everything.
The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. In second, the Rockets.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Outside Butler. Manning the pass to Murphy. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Boy, the fearlessness of Murphy. Calvin Murphy, a little guy, packs a lot of power in that body. No problem getting fouled on the way up either.
The free throw drops for Murphy.
And very few players have ever been as good from the line as Murphy. This is his zone, and he's been known to go weeks without missing a free throw.
And so Murphy hits them both. Houston leading by 16. Passes it to Bailey. In the corner, Smith with it. Just 4 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got 8. New York's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Murphy against Smith. Now Murphy. 8 points for him. Count it. Good. Now here's Terry. Time now for an injury report.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Rockets leading by 14. The pass to Stojakovic. Pass to Smith. Murphy with the steal. And a fast break now for New York. It's tipped. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Shots good by Stojakovic.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Knicks trail by 14. Pass to Manning. He kicks to Camby. The dish to Murphy. And again, it's New York.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Here's Butler. And again, it's New York.
That's something about all these turnovers. Right away, you're at a disadvantage defensively.
And, Greg, we're seeing that here tonight. I mean, so many of their mistakes and miscues have resulted in easy baskets the other way because their defense can't get set.
Smith for three. And another three for Houston.
And seeing Smith there pulling up from deep, his three-point shot is as good as it gets.
Passes it to Manning. The shot from the low post is good. Manning's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, they've got to be fuming. I mean, they were way too late in contesting that layup.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Jones checked in for Smith. Both good from the line that time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
No problems knocking that one down. Jones has got 16.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Here's Strickland. He has 7. Richardson the pass to Camby. And that one, good. Camby's got his third basket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Jones against Richardson. There's the pass to Cycli. And the rebound goes to Marcus Camby. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Richardson. Over Jones. Good D by Jones. Houston's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Richardson, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And so it's Houston with it, following the score by New York. 5 on the clock. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. He's got 18.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Puts it up. And again, it's New York.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And so it's Terry bringing it up for Houston. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw, good. Terry. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Marcus Camby. Rodman, he's checked in for Houston. Chris Paul comes in for Stojakovic. And both free throws good for Terry. There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Strickland. He's got 7, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Here's Manning. He's got 8. Here's Strickland. Pass to Manning. 6 on the shot clock. Over Jones. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Manning. Paul against Butler. Paul kicks to Rodman. Outside Terry. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 10. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Knicks trail by 10. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Pierce. Jones is out there with Paul. Then it's Rodman. And it's Cycli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Jones. The Knicks making the shot to the wing right side. Cycli passes to Pierce. 5 on the clock. Over Richardson. And that one's good by Pierce. Pierce has got 12 points in just the second half.
Love the mid-range shot of Pierce, man. It is so consistent and reliable and fundamentally sound. Easily gets it off.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
Inside and stolen by Richardson. Butler against Pierce. Back to Butler. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's foul number 2 for him. So both teams making some changes here. And here are the Knicks now. They trail by 7. Here's Strickland, defended by Paul. 4 on the shot clock. English misses.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here's Pierce. He feeds it to Doherty. Count it. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Really nice move there. Doherty has such a polished skill set. Makes it an easy conversion for him in the painted area.
Here's Strickland. Outside, Green. And English kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Knocked away. Passes it to Strickland. Fires the 3. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient. And he is, playing to his strengths.
Now here's Doherty. Jones looking for an opening. 5 to shoot. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible, incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
One shot.
Lightning quickness, the cool demeanor. Just no one works harder at the game of basketball than Jones. He's always in shape and always ready to make a play.
Here's Strickland. Here's Manning. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Paul kicks to Jones. And there's the pass to Pierce. To the left side wing. Paul left side. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Paul's got 23.
That possession nearly gets away from him, but then here comes CP3 to the rescue.
Strickland passes to Manning. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Doherty. Paul outside. Kicks it to Rodman. And Jones has it in the corner. Here's Doherty. It's tipped. They recover it. Down low. Green with the ball. Richardson misses off the left iron.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot. Just came up empty. You live with those.
Pass to Pierce. Paul with the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you see how complete a player Paul is. Capable of scoring from anywhere.
Here's Strickland. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. Even though they're ahead, he said these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys.
Rockets leading by 5. Jones kicks to Rodman. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Butler, he's checked in for the Knicks. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drive and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
Pierce for 3. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And Pierce knows how to get to his spots. And when he gets there, he knows how to convert.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from English.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but something gave them a jolt, and now they're knocking down everything. We've got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Strickland, defended by Jones. Butler kicks to Murphy. 6 to shoot. Rodman with the block. Jones finds Pierce. And that one drops. Now it's a 6-point Rocket lead.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
English's shot is good.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
To the paint, Doherty high post, outside Jones. Over Strickland, and Houston again with the bucket.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
English misses. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Rockets. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Doherty. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. They'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Orlando Magic.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Here's Strickland to the inside. Stolen by Pierce. He kicks to Paul. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. Passes it to Paul. They get a hand on it. Moment here now for an injury report.
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. And if he were to be out with an injury now, it would really hurt this team, Kevin, because they count on him to do so many things.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Yeah, I'm with you there, guys. One thing we know is that he's not going to let it get him down. I mean, it'll only motivate him to work harder to get back as soon as possible.
The pass to Strickland. Paul against Murphy. And Paul over to help. Here's Strickland. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 6th assist on the night.
And memo to the rest of the team, continue to get him the basketball. He's clearly delivering here in the 4th.
Yes, sir. He is dialed in. 6 of 6 in the quarter and looking for more.
And here's the break. And here we go. Shots good from Butler. And the Knicks lead by 1. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for New York.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Sam Jones.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The Knicks making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Murphy against Paul. And here's Murphy. Inside.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now Paul. A floater. A second chance effort. And Doherty with the nice bucket inside. Doherty's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Now here is Murphy. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Murphy hits them both.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Paul kicks to Jones. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now here is Murphy. It's good.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Now here's Paul. And it's Pierce in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. That one doesn't drop. The Knicks go the other way with it. Inside, here's English, and the shot is good. English has got 11 here in this quarter alone. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Now here's Paul. Left side, Pierce. Over Butler. Got it!
Pierce is all business. You can see it in his eyes.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Out to the right wing. Here's Murphy. Count it!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 1. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
There's the steal. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green kicks to Murphy. Paul with the steal. Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 1. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Jones from outside. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I'll tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
And so the timeout by David Fizdale here. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's English. Oh, missed it. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Draymond Green. He's out there with Caron Butler. And it's English in at the 5 down low. New York trailing. So here's Murphy. Kicks to Richardson. Good on the triple. Richardson's got 23 points.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
Paul dishes to Doherty. Murphy against Paul. Out to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Doherty makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, I like how fast, how quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
Right wing. Here's English. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Hey, you talk about scoring the ball. Alex English, as dangerous as it gets. I mean, crafty, cunning, soft touch, and relentless in his movement without the ball.
Paul passes to Jones. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So the Rockets win the tip, and always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
And so here is New York, following the score by Houston, and taken away by Paul. Unloads from 13. The shot by Pierce will not go. And so Green will bring it up for the Knicks. Right side, Butler. Hits it from three-point range. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Now Murphy, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Murphy passes to English. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Now here's Pierce. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 34 points for Paul Pierce.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Paul against Murphy. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. First one falls for him. And New York making a change here. Ariza's checked in. And so Murphy hits them both. We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period. Murphy against Paul. With some arc. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Marcus Camby. He's checked in for New York. It's Jones on the wing. 14 feet away. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe. I'm always appreciative of the aggressive mindset. Get it down in the paint and go to work with confidence.
Pierce for three. It's rebounded by Camby. New York leading by 6. Pass to Richardson. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Paul kicks to Pierce. Over to the left wing. Doherty with the bucket.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
English dishes to Camby. An easy 2 points on the layup. English has got the lead up to 8 now for the Knicks.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Jones finds Pierce. Paul looking over the floor. Back to Pierce. Pass to Doherty. Camby with the block. Green, the pass to Richardson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pierce. Both teams will make substitutions. It's picked off.
And with the time remaining, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it would take a miracle for them to come back in my mind. Like Tracy McGrady against the Spurs type of heroics. A lot of points in a little bit of time.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 9. 24 seconds left in overtime. Now, here is Stojakovic. Not a lot of room. And good. He nails it. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Here's Strickland. And so it's the Knicks with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.